Howdy gang, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. Today's video is just a little short commentary from my Indianapolis LEGO Store haul, just focusing on the pick-a-brick pieces. So, like I mentioned in that store video, the store does not let you pick your own parts yet. There is an order form. I really appreciate how they have that set up differently with the actual image of the cup, and then there were 6 layers. You write the piece number in each layer, so you can actually determine the order that they fill that cup in. That's something I hadn't seen at either of the other 2 stores I've been in during the pandemic. So I did want to note that again. That was pretty interesting to me as a parts buyer, because what that does, you can put larger pieces in the bottom of the cup and smaller pieces in the top, and it will kind of fill up that volume more effectively. Now, since they're doing it by scoop, I'm not sure if that really carries over as much as it would if we were allowed to fill our own cups, but different approach to that, and I appreciate it. Alright, keeping it short and sweet today, just going over quantities and part variety. Since there were only 6 slots, that's kind of the maximum variety you can get. By accident, I ended up with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces. And interestingly enough, I only had initially chosen 5 different elements to fill up the cup because I used 2 of the slots for this 1x2 brick with the scroll. So the extra 2 part variety pieces, one of them came from the extra scoop, which I specifically requested to do the 1x1 coral plate. And basically all that is the acknowledgement from the LEGO group saying, hey, we realize that the people who do come here specifically to fill up LEGO cups of pieces sometimes are very conscious of saving space and volume, and will actually assemble pieces together specifically to make more room in the cups to buy more parts. And being the great company that they are, they say, we want to continue that service even though you can no longer pick these yourself. So if you feel like you need an extra scoop of a certain piece, let us know. And I don't know if it's at every store, but I specifically asked this time and they gave me an extra scoop of the plates. So that's where one of those came from. The other one is this 1x1 light bluish gray SNOT brick, and I think it got accidentally mixed in with the 1x1 sand greens, and they didn't notice, and I ended up with it for free. Well, I mean, I still paid for the cup, so it's a bonus brick basically. So exactly one of these in the mix that I wasn't planning on getting, but I don't mind having it, I guess. Otherwise, because the extra scoop of plates is such a small piece, you actually get quite a few in quantity. 201 total of those. The 1x1 brick in sand green clocked in at 199. So it's very interesting to me that these quantities are so close to 200. And this has happened before with another scoop that I got from a different store, where a scoop of a certain size element, maybe this 1x1 footprint, was very close to a large whole number, this 200 mark. So it's probably just coincidence, but the volumetric measures that are in place may be lending to a little more regularity there. Other pieces, this slope right here, the tan 1x2x2 slope, I had 58 of those. The scroll brick, like I mentioned, I used up 2 of those slots in the cup. So 2 6 reduces to 1/3. 1/3 of the volume to get these pieces. I ended up with 152. The 2x4 red brick, just getting some more of those on hand. 19 of those, just 1 of those slots. And the 2x6 dark orange plate here on the bottom. The very bottom of the cup, 17 of those, about one scoop as they call it. So once you count all these up and include the little light bluish gray brick, that's 647 pieces for the large cup price of $16, about $17 with tax, and that works out to 2.628 cents per piece. Very good value. Very good way to get new LEGO pieces for a good price. The only problem is selection can be limited at the Pick-a-Brick walls, which is why I really try to get an idea of what the store has on hand, and I really study that board to know what I want to get, especially now that they're going by scoops, which is maybe a larger quantity of certain pieces than you would necessarily want to have on hand. In my case, I got lucky. These scrollwork bricks are really good for architectural details. They're very versatile. The tan slopes, you know, maybe didn't need quite so many of those, but again, very general piece. The 1x1 sand green brick, I don't mind having a large number of those on hand. Sand green is a cool color. Probably the coral plates, I didn't need 200 of those, but it's a nice color to have. It's a recent color, so getting more pieces in that color. That was actually the 1x4 plates I got at the last LEGO store. So yeah, adding all these up from the LEGO haul. Of course, this was where I decided to go for the $100 threshold and get the Amelia Earhart set at the store. So these pieces, just a quarter of that total purchase, but I did want to kind of mention these, look at them specifically, and give you guys that count. About 650 pieces in a large cup. Not too bad. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you around the channel of Brick System Brothers.